loops through loops, but it's not going to stretch at all. So you would never want to do it like around a neckline or something that you needed it to be really stretchy. You wouldn't want to do it, but it makes like a really nice finished edge, you know, on the, you know, edges of things. So in order to start, I'm not going to do this many. In order to start, you need to make a slip knot. So, and a lot of times it's easiest to just pull some of this out and then attach it on there. Just don't forget to take this off. So then I'm not fighting against the tension rod. I've just got this like extra yarn up here. That's pretty much the easiest way to start. So you want to make a slip knot, and it's really easy. You just need to like twist it like that and then grab it, either the tail or this one, and pull it through. So you know you made a slip knot because you can pull it apart, but you'll get good at these. So you make a slip knot. So you just want to like twist it and then grab either one, it doesn't matter. And then you pull through like that. And then your slip knot, make it a little bit smaller, and then you'll put it around your latch tool and then make it kind of small, like a stitch size, like this. Like I'm gonna use a kind of a big one because I'm on a bulky machine, but you'll want it to be like kind of a generous stitch size right here. And then make sure you're using this yarn that's coming from your cone, not your tail. So if you want to move this up even further, just like don't use that or you'll run out and you have to start over. So how you want to begin is putting your, so I've got my slip stitch on my latch tool. I'm going to put the latch tool in between my first and my second needle. And then this yarn that's coming from the cone is going to be on the left side of the needle. The latch tool's on the right side, and kind of keep that one against this second needle so you create a big enough stitch. And all I'm going to do is take this yarn, put it just like inside the hook like that, and I'm going to pull just straight down so it makes a little loop underneath there, and then I'm going to go over
so
to this.
Essentially like crocheting it.
Yes, it's a crochet stitch. Yeah. So you're going over here, coming. You just need to, when you push it up, it needs to go past that latch, and then you don't have to like wrap this around. You just gently put it in like this, and you just go straight down. Don't put it around the gate post either. So then I make this little loop under here. That loop goes over, so I'm making a loop, going up past the latch, grabbing it, making another loop. And I go up towards the ceiling past the latch, grab it, go down, make another loop. And go up past the latch, grab it, go down, make another one. So I'm just going over one every time. Oops, and then I wrapped it around the gate post right there, because I'm trying to go slow. And I'm going to go straight down. So yes, I'm crocheting it around the needles. And then on my last one, I'm going to have a loop and not know what to do with it. So you put that loop on that needle, and then take your tail part, this part that's coming from the cone, and put it under the needle, and push all of that knitting. It should be loose like this. So the tendency, this one is really difficult because the tendency is to make it really tight, and then your carriage won't go over it, and especially the bulkies get very unhappy. So you just want to make sure it's loose enough that your needles aren't being pulled together, and it looks like looser than you think it should look, basically. So this is going to go over here. Now I have to have my carriage on this side in order to start it, because I started over there, so I had it over here, so I need to move my carriage. So sorry, I'm going to move this off. And then I'm ready to start. So when you, and don't forget to undo that, and if I want to take some of that slack up. So when I start, I want to move this forward, and I'm going to keep that yarn against the gate post, but I'm going to push my needles forward. And because I don't have any weight on it right now, I'm going to do that at least the first 3 rows. So as soon as I get weight on it, I'll be okay. But I'm going to go across. You can see now it's like already working, it's stitching on it. So I'm just going to do this for like maybe the first 3 rows. I'm going to kind of push that down and then push it out. And now it's like plenty big enough for me to put some weight on it. So then I'll put claw weights on the edges. Make sure they're on the edges here. And I'm ready to just knit.
So you don't have to use that comb every time?
No. The comb is only for that first one, and I'm going to show you a bunch of them, and the comb is only for that first one. I don't really like using the comb, so it's like, it causes like huge loops. It's actually just one gather stitch over, so let me show you. Let me show you what this looks like. So, because I'm looking at the back, you can't really see, but when you look at the front, it makes like a little finished edge versus, it literally is just like the loops, like a chain stitch. Versus, you know, that comb one, you get that big, bulky, like, line through, and you can pull on that line and make it, but it's basically like a gather stitch. The first two are kind of like, you have one straight line and all the loops are going around it, and this one, it's actually like a finished edge. So this would be better for like the end of a sleeve or something like that, you know, that you have something more finished on the edge. And then I'll show you when I do, I'm gonna let you practice that before I show you the bind off, because the bind off is really different and it will confuse you. But then I'll show you that the edges are going to look exactly the same. So that's the reason I put those pairs together, is because those are similar on either end. So it'll look the same